Alright guys, so what we're doing today is it's getting that time of year, we're coming up on fall. So what we're doing today is we're going to make some elderberry syrup. So I got a 4-quart sauce pot, 4 cups of water, 1 cup of elderberry, a cinnamon stick, and about a tablespoon of ginger ground up. And after you're done steeping it, then you're going to put some honey in there. Raw honey is the best, of course. So, let's get this party started. Try not to make a mess. So I cleaned up about 3 messes today. And dump the elderberries in there. The ginger. And so I'm going to do this one-handed. I'm making 2 batches. I'm just going to use 1 cinnamon stick. And then we're going to turn it on high to start. Let me get a bit of stir. Also, to be thinking about what you need for this, some jars to put it in, because I'm going to can this. So you need some jars to can this, whatever size you want. I'm going to do it in pints, and then you'll water bath it for 10 minutes if you're gonna can it. Otherwise, just put it in the fridge. Yeah, so 10 minutes to process it, water bath processing it. So right now we're just going to let this boil, and I'll come back to you. Oh, you're also going to need a fine mesh strainer to strain all the berries out afterwards. Okay, we got it boiling, so now we're going to turn it down for a low simmer. So I'm going to turn it down to low heat, and we're going to cover it, and we're going to let it simmer for 1 hour. So we're about to take this off the heat and strain it. We're just slowly, you can use a cheesecloth too, but I can't find mine right now. So we're just doing this. Okay, so the coffee filter was too much, but this is plenty because it drained it out perfectly. So that ended up with 2.5 cups. And we're just gonna let this keep kind of dripping in there. I'm smushing it down. Get in there good. See how the elderberries are? Yeah. And the cinnamon stick is soft now. So we're gonna let that do its thing. And we got another batch on. So same thing, I'm gonna start the boil process, and once it boils, I'm gonna turn it down to a low simmer and let it simmer for 1 hour. Alright, so I actually wound up doing 3 batches just so I could finish off those elderberries and order more. So it made, with 3 batches, it made right at 7 cups. So now we're going to jar these up. Come over here. I have my water bath canner starting to boil. I just need to find my, down at the bottom, you know, the rack that the jars go on. I gotta go grab that real quick. It's in the pantry back there. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna jar these up. I'm gonna jar them up in mostly 1/2 pint jars, but I'm also gonna use some of these 12-ounce jars. They're not quite a pint, so I'm trying to use up what I have available. Anyway, I'll show you how it looks after I've jarred them up. Alright, so we got all 1/2 pint jars of 3, 6, 7, 8. I have this one. I'm just going to put this in the fridge because that's going to be for now. We all are having allergy issues, so we're going to use that this week. And plus, it's not all the way full. I'm going to show you how we do it here in just a minute anyway. So these are all going to go in the canner. Water's starting to boil. Still got to go get the rack for the cans, jars. And so, same thing. I didn't use vinegar. I just wet paper towel, around the rings. This gives you also one more chance to double check and make sure there's no cracks. You know, because that will compromise the product, seal, all that good stuff. So I'm going to get the lids on these and get these in the canner. And we are going to process these for 10 minutes. Alright, we got the water boiling. It's time to put the jars in. Well, I got one stuck. Okay. And I'm grabbing the wrong end. Not a good sign. Alright. Got a crazy cat that's got the zoomies this morning, if you hear that. Nobody cares. He's still asleep. She's ready for her boy to be awake. And he's not doing it. There she goes again. Yeah, I know, I hear you. I can and I hang out with the cat. That's what I do. Got a messy stove. It's time to break it down and clean it again. I've been doing a lot of cooking and meal prepping this week. So excuse the mess everywhere. As you see, I kind of got jars everywhere because I got a bunch of candle projects going on. So 'tis the life I choose to live. Actually, it chose me. I didn't choose it. You know, like the thug life. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So... oh, can I fit one more in there? Yes, I can. So usually 8 half pints will fit in here. Typically, if it's pints, it's like 6. But there they go. So we're going to put the lid on. Timer. Oh, it starts now. I'll see you in 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Now that, my friends, is what you call a rolling boil. Woohoo! Yeah. Bubbles are starting to slow down. So we can probably take that off now. And we're going to give it a minute. Then we're going to start pulling these out and put them on the counter. Make sure you always have something... I like to use, instead of towels, I like to use these drying mats. For some reason, they have more stability and more padding, of course. So, I prefer these. It's not what you have to do, but it's what I prefer. Alright, here we go. Took one out already. Oh, it's always hard getting started. Because you don't want to turn them over. And remember, straight up and over. Never tilt them. I know you see the water on there and you're wanting to get that off of there, but you can do that after they've pinged and done all the things they need to do. That water will probably evaporate just from the heat alone. So you're going to ruin your product if you tilt it, because it's going to compromise the seal. So just kind of my pet peeve. I see other canners tilt and their product comes out fine, but they got lucky. That's my opinion anyway. It's so tempting to want to tilt it. I understand. Oh, there went one already. They're already sealing, so that's a good sign. Oh, crap. Okay, sorry. Just trying to show you what I was doing. Squirrel. So yeah, here we go. 2 more. Can we do it? Oh, that one's already pinging. Okay. They got things to do too. They ain't got time to wait around. So, last one. Oh, they are pinging as I'm taking them out of the pot. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. This will probably last us, with it just being 3 of us. This will last us the season, unless we just get crazy flu season symptoms or whatever. I like it for allergy season too, not just flu season, but this is something that's in most of the flu medicines that you buy from Big Pharma, who I'm not a fan of. They've lied to us. several times about everything, our health, what we're supposed to eat, what we're not supposed to eat. They're all a bunch of big fat liars. I know I have people on here that are in the medical profession, and I'm sorry, but y'all been lied to too. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. So this will get us through flu season, and all you do is, I got one in the fridge. When you pop the lid, you pour a little, you can just do like a little sip of it if you don't mind the bitter, but let me tell you, this stuff is bitter. That's why you have the honey. But always wait till it's cool and never heat the honey up, because then you lose the effects of the honey. Raw honey is very beneficial to the body. You just can't, if once you cook it, the benefits, I mean the taste is still there, but the benefits of the honey is gone. So best thing you can do is just add it, like make a tea, add like a little tea, add a teaspoon of this to your tea, whatever tea you want to drink, and then add the honey. So that way you're not cooking the honey. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna put the recipe to this and how much you're actually supposed to. I think it's a teaspoon. But anyway, that's it. So, bon voyage, as Bugs Bunny would say. Love y'all. Bye. One more thing. If you notice, after 10 minutes, that's the only one left not sealed. All the rest of these are sealed. But if you look and see, it's already evaporated. The water that's sitting on top of them were already evaporated. So, you don't even really have to wipe it. Get the water off. Plus, you're going to wipe them down anyway to make them look pretty. So.